All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope our day was fine. I hope we had a great day. Now, quickly, before we go, um, I wanted to talk on risk management anyway, so you should listen very carefully. Okay, listen very carefully. So, someone asked me about risk management, and I wanted to attend to it. All right. So I'll use one of my trade idea to respond to the question. Now, let's assume I'm not teaching structure here. I just want to tell you how to calculate your risk. Now, when I took this trade that's still running here, uh, the two blue lines are my entries and stop losses. Yeah, let me go to H1 so that I can see very clearly. All right, so we can see clearly that that's my entry and stop losses. So I plan to enter here at this place and to put my stop loss around here. Now, how do I calculate the stop loss, and then how do I calculate how much I'm risking? Now, you see this plus sign, the plus sign here, you click on it and then it brings something like this. You see the black stuff moving on my screen? That's what I'm talking about. So that's what it brings. So let me do, I'm coming. All right, let me do that again. All right, so I will pick that tool, and then you see that it's moving on my screen. So I'll put it at where I intend to take my entry from. So I have put it on it like this. You see that black line is on it. Then I will press my screen down. Press your screen down with your left hand and use your right hand to drag the screen. So you will see that it has become a double, line, and then you see it moving. So now you not drag this one. You are still pressing the screen, and then you drag it to where you intend to put your stop loss. Now this is where I intend on putting my stop loss. That's 17 pips stop loss. So this is 17 pips stop loss. Now what do I do? What I do is that I will pick the 17 pip stop loss, and then I'll multiply it by the lot size I wish to use. Do you understand? That's exactly what you need to do. Just multiply 17, because this boom and crash, the minimum lot size here is 0.2. That's the minimum loss size. So 0.2 is the minimum loss size. So you multiply 17 by 0.2. It's going to give you what you are risking. 17 multiplied by 0.2 should give you something like 3 point something. So that means you are risking $3, in this trade. So you are risking $3 in this trade with minimum loss size. So that's just that about risk management on this. So that's that about risk management. And then for those that are interested in, you want to hack, uh, you want to just, what do they call it? You want to adjust your stop loss. Now, this is what you do. You click on this when you want to take a trade here. So I click on it. Now, put your attention on this, the lot size, this lot size here. Put your attention on it. Let's say you don't have much, and let's say you want to use less than the minimum lot size, which is 0.2. I want to use less than the minimum lot size. 0.2 is the minimum lot size. So 0.2 is the minimum lot size. Let's say I want to use 0.1. What I will do is I will enter with 0.3. You understand? Let's say I want to sell. I'm selling with 0.3. So I click sell. Now, this is what it brings. See the sell here? This is the sell entry here. This is my real account. I'm going to close it, but I just want to use it to show you how, to hack. So now, remember I want to use 0.1. So I will press on it. I will click on close position, this one. Click on close position. You click on it. and then what you do is you reduce this lot size back to the standard lot size. So what I will have to delete that and then reduce it to 0.2. You understand? So then I'll click on close. So as soon as I close that, the remaining lot size will be 0.1. You understand? 0.01. The same thing is applicable to, let's say you want to use 0.05. So what you enter is 0.25. You understand? 0.25. Since 0.2 is the minimum lot size, you sell. When you sell like that, then you now come back and then you will press it down, do the same process all over again, delete that and then leave 0.2 there and then close. So when you close, you have what? 0.05. That's how we hack this, what do they call it, lot sizes and others. So you don't need to crack your head. The simple calculation. So let's say you want to, whatever you want to risk, you want to risk $4, use the lot size you want to use to multiply, what do they call it, the risk you are taking, the stop loss, the pips of your stop loss from your entry. That's what you do, and that's how you get your entry. I think that's that about risk management. So if I want to risk $4 on this asset, it means I'm going to use 0.22. You can go and check. Okay, let me probably check my calculator for you so that you can. So let me use my calculator so that you can also see that. Okay, I want to use my calculator for you now. So now let's say I'm using 0.2, sorry, 0.2 times 17. This is 3.4. That's, I'm risking 3.4 on that trade. Then let's say I want to risk, I'm risking $4. So let me check 0.22. 0.22 is 3.74. Let me check 0.23 is 3.91. Let me check 0.24. This is above it, so I will just use 0.23. So 0.23 is close to $4. So this is the lot size I will use. I will use 0.23 for that. What do they call it, for the trade? Is that clear? So that's how to calculate your stop losses, your risk per trade. And then let's assume that you are trading asset like Jump 100. You want to enter a sell. Okay, let me use this as an example. Please don't say I call a trade or something. I'm just using it for an example. Let's say I want to enter this trade at this point, and I want to put my stop loss around here. It's just an example, please. Don't go and enter this trade. I didn't mark it up. I didn't do anything. So I measure and drag it to this place. Now on this asset, 100 pips is $1. 100 pips is $1 with minimum loss size, which is 0.01. So if I want to risk, let's say I want to risk $1, then you go to your calculator. These pips, how many pips is from here then to here? How many pips is that? That's 349. 349. So you go to my calculator. The minimum loss size is 0.01, then times 300, 0.01 times 3, is it 60 or 340? Let's just use 360 something, 364. So you are risking $3. So if you actually want to, there is the minimum lot size for jump assets. So if you want to use minimum lot size, that means you are risking 3.64, which is okay. Or if you want to risk more than that, 0.2, that's 7.26. This is how to just calculate your risk to reward. So your risk is, what you are risking on this trade, if you are using 0.01, is $3.64. So that's just the calculation. That's how to calculate your trade. The entry and the stop loss, find a way around it, and then that's just it. There's nothing spectacular about it. I believe this is clear for us. This is clear for us. On risk management, this is what we do. And for me personally, I have a risk management scheme. And then the risk management scheme. I've sent it to the mentees group, and then I think for those that want to make do with it, I think they are using it and it's working for them. So cheers and God bless.